Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How you doing? I just want to say I appreciate you guys being here. Today we're going to talk about books, like always. But this is my TBR stack of books. I don't have all of them in physical. I have some that I just don't own yet, but they're coming. I just felt like doing this video now, and I'm going to tell you guys, I think I'm going to show you guys which ones I don't own currently first, and then we'll get into the physical buttes. First one on this list is Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. This is actually the only reason I know about this. For one, this is a creepypasta, which is really cool. I read one last year called Pen Pal. It was actually one of my favorite reads of the year, which was awesome. Stolen Tongues, I listened to a creepypasta podcast, which is called Creepcast, and it's like a 4-hour long podcast, and there's a book version of this, and the book's gonna be a lot different, I assume, than what they were reading. So I decided that's gonna be on my fall TBR, because I wanted to read this for a while, but I was like, let's wait until the fall, because it's like during the winter and stuff, so it's a lot colder. It just really fits the fall theme, so I decided that's gonna be when. And I'm doing a reread. I did a review of the Dresden Files, so in this fall TBR, my goal is to do Grave Peril and Summer Night, both on audiobooks. I actually don't own the first 4 books for the series, because I'm collecting them in hardcover, and let's just say the early copies of these books are really expensive. Why? I don't know why, but they are, so I'm like, holy crap. That was a mistake on my part, because I didn't know that. So now I'm like, well, I'll eventually get them. So yes, those two are going to be on there, and I'm really excited for my reread because book 18 is coming out next year. It's rumored to be January. I've been told it was January, but I have no idea. Am I going to be caught up in time? No, but I'm still going to read them and I'll review them anyways, regardless of it, because I am actually pretty excited for it. But yeah, I decided we're going to do these two next. And it's actually just been a blast, honestly, getting back into the Dresden Files. So this is a romance. As you guys all know, I like to put all kinds of different genres in my TBRs. Except for spooky season, it's going to be more of clearly going to be spooky or fall themed books. This is going to be my romance one, and it's called The Pumpkin Spice Calf by Gilmore Laurie. Do I know anything about this book? No. But I literally Googled fall romance books, and this is the first one that popped up, and it said pumpkin in it. I was like, perfect, and it's pumpkin spice. I was like, well, that couldn't be any more basic, so let's just get it. So I decided that's gonna be the romance I'm gonna read for my my fall TBR. Who knows, maybe I'll find more, but yeah, this is gonna be on there because I was like, why not? The last one on this is The Girl Next Door by Ash Ketchum. Last year I did a top 10 most disturbing books I want to read, and this is one of them. I actually been slowly getting through that list, and honestly, I'm kind of happy with that. So I decided this is one I wanted to read for a long time, and I figured it'd probably be perfect for more of the fall theme, because this book is supposed to be really dark, and I was like, dear God, here we go. So I am looking forward to it, but I'm also not looking forward to it. This might be in the middle of October, kind of, after I get through a lot more easier books, and then I might read The Pumpkin Spice Calf after, just because I might need a huge change up for just genres. I guess we'll find out, but yeah, The Girl Next Door is on this list, and every single time I've talked about it with people, everyone's like, wow, that book is pretty messed up. So I guess we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty excited to get into this. Now we're going to get into the stack. There is a couple books on here that are not going to be like Monday reviews. They're actually just supposed to be literally the last 3 books on the bottom of this is only going to be for Halloween night. Well, for Halloween and Devil's Night. So that's going to be really excited. It's going to be like a little project I'm doing. So it's like, am I spoiling it? Yeah, but who cares? It's gonna be fun anyways. So we're gonna get into this. The first one is Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. Do I know anything about this book? No. Have I heard a lot about this book? Yes. And I just want to read it. I bought it used for $1. That's always a win. I don't know anything about this book, so I'm going in very, very blind. And I kind of like that idea of going in blind, just because it's more fun that way. It's more fun learning what's going on. Like, what is Catch-22? I've never heard of it. And a lot of people always talk about it's really, really good. So I'm like, why not check it out? I want to read it. I want to have a good time reading. So I decided Catch-22 is on the list. The next one is actually was a self-published author's book, I think, and now it was a movie that came out in the summer. I almost watched it, but I decided I wanted to read the book. This is it. Clown in the Cornfield by Adam Cesar. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be totally wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I've actually seen his books actually promoted a lot all over on my Instagram, even on my YouTube. And when I saw that this was becoming a movie, I was like, wow, I didn't know that. So I decided, I'm like, well, maybe I should read the book before I watch the movie. So I'm gonna read this book, and probably in the fall. I always do a bunch of horror movies for the fall anyways, because I'm a freak like that. But this will probably be on the list of movies I'll watch because, yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about this, but I heard pretty good reviews of this, so I'm like, I want to check this one out. And you guys all know, every season, I always read one series or an arc of an anime, well, of a manga. So this one is something I talked about last year where everyone's like, I got a lot of comments of people who are like, oh yeah, you should definitely read that. So I'm not doing anything from the author who did Uzumaki. This year we are going to do Tokyo Ghoul. I only have the first 2 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul. I'm going to read the rest of them on digital, but I decided Tokyo Ghoul, I hear nothing but good things, and I was told don't watch the anime, so I was like, all right, we're going to read the manga. This was actually, I almost read this last fall, but instead I read Tome. I'm looking forward to checking out Tokyo Ghoul, and this is gonna be a really fun one. I don't know if it fits the theme for horror or anything. I just know it's like ghouls and like demons and stuff, so I was like, sure, why not? We'll throw this in the mix. To finish off the series for the Doppelgangers, I decided to do Seeds of Yesterday. This is the 4th book of the series, and then I'm done. Look at that. We're done with it. And then I can do a giant review about the whole series. I'm actually looking forward to it. I really like this series. Check out all the reviews I did previously on it, of them. They're really fun. They're really deep and dark and disturbing and uncomfortably, and like a realization of just how humanity can be so cruel. And I really like that of these books. Sounds weird saying that, but I do. I really do enjoy the series. And after that, I'm going to read probably a lot more of VC Andrews. I have a ton of VC Andrews currently, so I'll probably read more of her stuff after. Going into books that, well, authors I'm trying to get through is Clive Barker, The Damnation Game. This is the 3rd book I am reading this year from him, and I have enough time. If I have enough time, I'm probably going to read another one of his books, because I want to read 5 of his books this year, and I have plenty of his books now. The goal is to read this clearly sometime this month and this fall, and if I have time, I'll probably just jump ahead and read into his next one. But yes, Damnation Game. Do I know anything about this book? No. Almost every single one of these books that I'm looking at, I have no idea what I'm getting into. I really love that element of not knowing exactly what's going on and just reading it. I thought about making a video talking about that kind of stuff with booktube, where it feels like when there's a popular book, everyone wants to read it. You kind of already know what happens because everyone's talking about it, and I think it kind of takes away like the magic, the fun of it. Maybe that's just me. That just might be like a really weird take. Who knows? But The Damnation Game, I have no idea what it's about. The cover alone makes it feel like it's going to be really horror-ish because it's Clive Barker, so I'm not going to complain. This is from my book shopping vlog, I think. No, a book haul video I did. It's Dawn of the Vampire. It's really cool, and I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming it's just something about vampires, but I really like this book. It looks cool. That's about it, and it's vampires, and it's the fall, might as well read something with vampires or werewolves. I feel like when you're reading for the fall, you're trying to find like a spooky book, I always feel like you should always have at least a vampire book or a werewolf novel. Maybe that's just me. That's how I look at it. I'm just saying. It's really cool. But yeah, Dawn of the Vampire, I have no idea what it's about, but it looks fun. And it's one of those old retro covers, and it's shiny. So I really like it. It's really weird. So, and then of course, I'm reading Intensity by Dean Koontz. This is the 3rd or the 4th book I'm reading from him this year. It's the same thing as I did with the Clive Barker, Emily Henry, and Cormac McCarthy. I had books I want to read from each author. Well, I'm sorry, it's VC Andrews too. I had like a whole list of goals from each author I wanted to do. And Dean Koontz and Clive Barker kind of were set in the back. So now I'm like, all right, second half of the year, we're going to kind of focus more on them. And I'm really glad I am, because I always forget how much I like Dean Koontz a lot. He is just such a great author. There's a reason why he sold so many copies and he writes like 1 million books, because he's just really good at it. Who would have thought? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Again, I don't know what this book is about, but I know it's like brutal pace. It's such a fast-paced book. Maybe that's a thing for the intensity, is like the whole point of it is because it's supposed to be like fast-paced and it's supposed to be intense the whole time. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying words now. This is the book I found for the book shopping vlog, and it's urban fantasy, and I did do a video of urban fantasy books I want to read, and this is actually one of the series. There's only like 3 or 4 books for it, so it's not nearly as long as the other ones I put on there, but I really do like the Dresden Files, so I want to read more urban fantasy. And I kind of like reading urban fantasy a little more instead of like traditional fantasy. It's just, I don't know, it's not nearly as deep, and the books are just more easier to read sometimes. Sometimes it's just like not. Sometimes you just don't want to read a really long fantasy series. There's just so much in it. Discount Armageddon, book 1 of the Increpid novel. I did not buy this book because of the cover. Just saying. I don't know what this book's about. I'm assuming it's like first person, because I feel like almost all these are like first person. It gives me the fall theme anyways, because it's like cryptid stuff, I think. I don't know. But regardless, that's there. And then I have Ghost Story by Peter Schraub. I don't know anything about this. I've never read a Peter Schraub book. This was between this and a Richard McCameron book. And I cannot remember. Oh, Stinger from Richard McCameron. I want to read his books too, but I decided we're going to do this one instead. Just because I had this one way longer. And I was like, let's read this one. I have 2 copies of this one. I found both of them. They're both first edition, which is dope. I bought one for $1. I bought this one for $10. So there's that. I don't know anything with this. I'm assuming it's going to be a little creepy because it is I'm hoping it's about ghosts, but who knows? I don't know. For the fall theme for October, we're gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna do a video about like my videos I want to do for October sometime, probably in the next couple videos. In the next couple Fridays, you'll see some of those. We are gonna do on October Devil's Night, Goosebumps, Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. I am so excited to read this. I actually was sitting there thinking about, what am I going to read for Goosebumps? I've been trying to doing Goosebumps all the time during like the fall kind of vibe. I bought this one, I think in my book shopping vlog or my book haul. I can't remember which one. I think it was my book shopping vlog because it still has that sticker I was trying to peel off. Didn't work out. I think this would be so much fun to do for Devil's Night. So I was like, yeah, we should definitely read this and have a very, very fun time. And it includes the stickers, which is still cool. But yeah, so I decided we're going to do this. I didn't want to spoil what I'm doing, but I don't think it really matters at all. Like, it's one of those things, it's like, not everyone's going to watch this video. So, like, when these videos come out, it might be a different audience. I might watch the Goosebumps one and be like, oh, okay, you know, move on. Who knows? But for Halloween Day, we're going to do Halloween Night and Halloween Night 2. Back to back, we're going to do giant videos. They're probably going to be at least a half hour long for both of these ones. And then Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns will probably be like a 20-minute video. Kind of like what I did for my last Goosebumps video. It's just going to be longer ones. But yeah, I'm really excited to read these. I bought these with a stack of Fear Street. Yes, there is like a Halloween Party Fear Street one, which I almost did. But I was like, I gotta do these ones first, because this is Halloween, and these are really cool and creepy in Halloween night. So I figured it'd be a little fun, and maybe I could try and work on some cool editing skills or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm really excited to get into these ones. And next year, maybe I'll do the Halloween Party one. I can't remember, but I do plan on getting into Fear Street in the future. But yeah, this is my stack of TBRs. If I have time, I'm going to probably do more Dean Koontz and more Clive Barker before I do any other one. But yeah, this is my TBR. I'm actually really excited. This is the first TBR I'm doing where it's like, it is clearly, you can tell there is like Halloween themed books and horror in here, but there's a lot of different stuff, and it's just like a lot of darker fantasy, urban fantasy, supernatural stuff in general, which I think is more fun instead of doing just straight horror. Horror is fun to read, but sometimes you just get really burned out. So I decided this should be a pretty solid TBR, and I'm looking forward to it. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. What is your guys' TBR? Are you guys reading anything that I'm going to be reading? If you are, let me know down below, and maybe we can discuss it in later videos. I cannot wait. And of course, make sure you guys stay safe, stay humble, and tell someone you love them. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay weird.